Saeed. I'm going to make you the presenter now. Looking forward to talking to you. Just passed you the ball. You're the presenter. Welcome back to F.A.C.E, Saeed.
Hello.
Hi, Saeed. How are you, buddy?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm great, buddy. Thank you so much for coming and stepping up for me today to address our community. And I must say that you were a very popular interview. I mean, you got almost 2,000 views last time you were on, and you have a lot of fans. And then it ended up with an interview with your mentor, Michael Huddleston. Yeah. So thank you for what you did, and also you were right about the euro. So you know, I've interviewed quite a few, but I remember you making that call, and it was spot on. So what's on your radar, my trading warrior brother?
I've got a few on my radar. My favorite plays are probably Euro long, Aussie long, gold, and dollar CAD shorts. And I think dollar CAD shorts is probably one of my favorites going forward. But overall theme, bearish dollar. I've got no reason to be long dollar, bearish dollar.
Okay. So last week was a nice setup with the dollar recovering to give you the levels that you were looking to establish positions, or even right in here. So go ahead, tell us what you see. I see a rectangle that we've broken down out of. Go ahead.
So as usual, when I do my top down, and especially we've got a new quarter starting now, so that means a new quarterly candle. And seasonal tendency as well. When it comes to April, I look at seasonal tendencies a lot because you get big rallies in April usually. So from the quarterly candle, we can see previous quarterly had a clean close below this support level.
Big rallies in what? Excuse me, in the dollar seasonally?
Against the dollar. So euro rallies, dollar CAD strengthens.
Got it.
So looking at the monthly chart, we're cleanly below this range. This was the previous range, consolidation, broke out of it, faked out, then smashed through it. Now, we're in a range right now. You can obviously see. So the range I'm looking at, let me just get another daily, probably clearer. Yeah. So when the initial low we made on the dollar, when it dropped all the way down, was this. Then the first high that was made was this. Now that is supported, confirmed again. This range is when we faked out of this, pushed back in. So I see that as a deviation of the range. Then it popped out again and it got back in. So you can clearly see these two thick black lines. That's where price is being held. Now the question is it going to go high? Is it going to go low? We don't really know yet, but we look for clues inside of the range to tell us. So the last breakout of the range was here. So if we're just playing it as a range, we would expect price to come back down to the other side of the range. Now within that range, we've got a high, we've got a low. Here we broke this low here. So I'm seeing that as a breaking market structure. Then I look at, okay, where did the move start from? The up candles that led to the move down. So here we're holding that. So far, low, high, lower, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so far a lower high, which is going to plan so far with my expectation of going to the bottom of the range. Now this was the last up candle that led to the move down that took out these stops here. So I'm seeing that as a further breaking market structure, and I want to see if it's continuing with the lower highs and lower lows. I want to see this high hold. Now we've come up, this was the last up candle that led to this breakout. We come to this black line is the 50% of this. So far we're respecting it nicely. So that's not enough for me. So what I do is, are the other majors confluence in that? So to get better probabilities, more confidence behind this idea, I look at the other majors. So for example,
right now you'd have to say it's pretty neutral. It's in the middle of trading range, right?
Yeah. So what would confirm that or increase the probability of my trade would be a clean break of this range low, this low here. If we get that, then I can go in with confidence. So let's look at the euro. So I usually start off with the quarterly. Okay. So the quarterly is still bullish. I'm sorry, that's the 6 month chart. Let's look at the quarterly. That's still bullish, and my target is this low here, short term. If we get above that,
27.5 or so.
Yeah, 127.50. So the last time we spoke, euro was around here, 120, and it pushed up there. So I'm going to go to the lower time frame. So that's just my high time frame bias. My target's there. So if I go to the lower time frame charts, again, I'll use the range concept again, and I'm just going to quickly draw. I've got a template saved just to save time. Euro range. So we've got once we broke out of, if you look carefully, see the last consolidation was around here. Okay, this high here.
Yeah.
Price was below this. Once we broke out of it, the first swing low that was formed was this. Then it pushed up, made that high. Again, the same as the dollar index. This range high and this range low was confirmed with these two deviations and price coming back within it. Now, what I'm about to explain here is just going to be the inverse of the dollar.
Yeah.
So it's the exact same thing, just the opposite. So what I would like to see is this low hold, and I'm seeing higher prices. So yep, that's one of my favorite pairs, and it'll be hard because we've got NFP this week. So once NFP is out the way with, then I think it'll be a lot more clearer. So the way I'll be executing is, okay, if this is the low, then this is the down candle that would have led to the move up. So what I'm waiting for is a clean move up. I want to see an impulsive move up. Okay, and again, if I take a smaller range, okay, we can see this down move led to the move up out of this consolidation here, or a break of these highs here. Okay, so I look at where exactly was the breaking points. This was the breaking point here, and you can clearly, this is further supported by market finding support here, and then when it broke down, found resistance there. So what would increase the odds of my trade would be a clean break of this, because if they were using this as support here and resistance there, couple that with a higher time frame bias, then there's a good chance they should find support here and lead to the move up.
So what I call false breakouts, you call deviations, and there've been quite a few. I mean, yeah. So just deviated from a range to get all the buy stops and get all the sell stops.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what you're high and low. So there's shakeout areas, so that no one participates in the move they were looking for, and then it happens.
Yep. Another pair that's really, so I'm going to go over Aussie and dollar CAD. Now, dollar CAD is probably my favorite going forward. If we look at dollar CAD, so breaking down, I'll start with a yearly chart for this. So each candle represents a year. This was the down move that led to the move up. Yep. Took out these stops, okay? If it was bullish, it should have continued, but it broke down. So they were buying here previously. So basic SR, if this was a 5-minute chart, it's just a retest of SR really. And it's rejected nicely. If we break it down further to the quarterly charts, okay? We made a high, low, lower high, lower low. This is the key support level. So far, all it is a pullback. As long as this high holds, I'm seeing a lot more downside. First target would be this low here, which comes around 124.50, 124.60, and then this here. Now, all we've done is retrace back up to the up candle that led to the breaking market structure here. So I'm looking for lower prices. Now, what supports that is, if we look at, for example, seasonal tendencies, right? This is a seasonal tendency chart. In April, CAD strengthens massively. It's one of the biggest months for CAD. Okay, so I look at this as supporting factor. Price has to confirm it first. These are secondary factors for me. So far, price is showing me that we could get reversal. Supporting it is this seasonal tendency, and I've got a COT data. If you look at the COT data from previous charts, right?
Yes.
Commercial, the red line is the commercial positioning here. So they were increasing longs here while price was moving down here. It came down, took out these stops here. Then it led to, I don't know how much of that, about 1600 pip rally, I think, or 1000 pip rally. Look what's happening again. Same thing again in April as well. Down move. Price has already shown signs of topping out on the dollar CAD or bottoming out of the CAD, taking out the stops. I'm expecting another huge rally. So if we break down price, dollar CAD, let me just clean this chart up. I'm gonna start with the monthly. So this is the down candle that led to move up. Once it broke, it acted as support, which is, and this is the quarterly as well. So the confluence of the both. Now, the biggest key for me was this. You see the stop run of 1, 2, 3 months worth of highs. And then once you break it down, you'll see clearer picture of what's happening. So the high is 129.195.
Yeah.
195.
Great looks, buddy.
So if we break that down, So all we've done is a stop run into that key higher time frame level for a short. Now you can clearly see this was the move up all the way into that monthly level. Then it broke down. Now this was the consolidation that led to the move up. So far, once we broke that, this was the first low formed. I'll do that in a different color so it delineates differently.
So a lot of people are looking at this as a potential head and shoulders.
Yes.
If we got a rally back to above that high, I think the left shoulder came in around 130. I don't know what time frame is it.
It's around 130. Yeah, bang on 130.
Would that change the picture?
No, so not necessarily. I mean, my complete invalidation. Well, so far, so if we look at it on a 4-hour perspective, it's a low, high, and so far it's a higher low. It hasn't confirmed the top on a 4-hour or daily basis yet. What would confirm it is a break of this low. Okay, right. So this is why when I go into the markets, I have a plan. There's one thing, you have a level marked out. There's another, is it going towards your plan? So I've got 3 scenarios for this. One scenario is we've got a clear range here. Okay, so if I go to the H1, this is one scenario. And the range is I'm using, if I get rid of this, is this low and this high. Why? Because this first low made and it pushed up. This was the first high made. Clearly, you can see price is struggling to break above that once, a couple of times here, and it's in confluence with that monthly level I drew out. So scenario 1 is, okay, maybe NFP wants one more squeeze up into possibly this level here. Now, if that happens, I'm not looking for a short just yet. What I'll be looking for is a breakdown. Now, if it breaks this low, that is what confirms my idea. So what I'll be looking for is, do we have any sign or area to get on board? I've clearly stated that this is the range low. If we make a clean break of that, that's a breakout of a range low. Also, you can clearly see this down move here that pushed up, they were buying here. So if we break this, not only is it an area where they were buying previously, but a support becomes resistance, and it's a confirmation that they've broken this low, interest to go lower. So that would be my scenario for a higher probability trade to short, and I'll be looking for massive downside.
Wait for the breakdown and old support turns into new resistance.
Yep.
That would be your short.
Yep. So this is one of my favorite plays, and I think we're going to go all the way down, to be honest with you. I think we're making lows. So if you follow the monthly plan, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, we're making lower lows, and couple that with the seasonals, couple that with the COT. One of my other favorite plays is Aussie dollar, and I believe we're going to get a massive rip in this. So here we had this massive consolidation here, but what led to the breakout? So this move here was the breakout. If we look closely, it was this candle here that led to the breakout. So we've come back below it, deviated from it, and then go all the way back above it. So we've got 2 confluences. We've got a confluence of this, and we've got a confluence of this as well, which was the last down candle that led to the move up. Bearish dollar expectancy. So what I'm looking for is we're probably near a bottom now. Now, obviously, we've got RBA today. So what confirms it? Let's break it down to the lower time frame. We've got this low. Price is capped with this low here. So what I'll be looking for is, if we can get a clean break of this post RBA, that confirms to me the low is in. And once the confirmation is in, then you can go in with confidence rather than picking a bottom and getting cut by 1,000 times. You've got confirmation now, and then I can go in full risk and then play the long side.
Okay. So were these the 3 that you wanted to show today?
I can show any. I'm not too bothered. These are just 3 on my radar right now.
I mean, they're great views and great looks, and I like how you wait for confirmation and then wait for a retest to breakouts to get in. I'm just assuming with your bias of a weak dollar, stronger Aussie, weaker USD CAD, that you're probably positive commodities.
Yeah, gold.
So the gold, the silver, the oil. Am I correct?
I'm very bullish oil, and I'm bullish gold. So gold, again, it's the same thing. Because we've been in a range, use the range to your advantage. So again, when this high broke, the first swing low formed was this low here. So we're just trading within this. Now I believe gold's bottomed out. And again, basic TA, low, high, higher low, higher high. This confirmed that this low should hold. So we've come back on a weekly basis. All we've done is come back into, if I draw this out, the body of it, the down move that led to the move up. That's all it was. So now I think I was doing a video on this yesterday, but I was saying it was around here I think, and I wasn't sure if the low was in. I said if we smash through this, then that confirms this low should hold now. So I was looking for a pullback into here, and the only thing that put me off was because bank holidays across most countries to get long here.
Right.
But I believe the low is in. Now, what I'll be looking for is a pullback into here. If you can get a pullback, so if I mark this out.
About 1328 or so. Yeah,
around there. So if I can get like a pullback into here, okay, ideally take this lower, then reject. That would be the perfect scenario.
Okay.
And then I'm aiming for, I know where price wants to go. So the key thing is, where am I wrong? I'm wrong here. Where's my target? Short-term target's there. I can even enter a market. As long as it's giving me risk to reward, I'm not too bothered about the entry. It's about identifying where am I wrong. And I'm wrong below this low, most likely. Because,
any hint on what the commercials are doing here?
You know, I haven't looked at it. I was looking at the bar chart. My bar chart account wasn't working, so I couldn't have a look at it.
Okay. All right. So, you know, your presentations are very efficient. You know, I mean, you say a lot in a short period of time, and pretty crystal clear. So, unless you have anything else to add, I'll thank you and
probably oil. Now,
okay,
oil. I'm a bit worried about this now, but if I quickly go into oil, bigger picture for me. So if I go into a 3-month chart, quarterly chart, we're still bullish this, okay?
Yeah.
Now it's a new quarterly. So what I'm thinking is, okay, if I'm bullish this pair, I'll have the quarterly open marked out, which is the same as the monthly open this month. So if I'm bullish, then I'm expecting any price action below the open to be the wick of the candle. So so far on the quarterly, there's no a bigger picture. This is still bullish, and what I'm aiming for is probably about here, which comes in around this low here, which is around 75s. So if I go on to this, right, where were they previously buying? Here, okay. So what I want to see ideally is this box hold. Why? It's a bit of a pivot point. Down move, let it move up, support, resistance, resistance. So here we've come down and we've taken out this low. Now, perfect scenario would be if we hold this low. If we break this, then most likely my bias will have to switch, and that's what I'm worried about. Now, for me to gain confidence, all I'll have to wait for is a break of the monthly open. So this is the monthly open so far, and I'm assuming anything below this is just the wick of the monthly candle in a bullish case. So what I'll wait for is a move up above the monthly open, let it do what it wants. Once it's above the monthly open, then I can say the low of the month is in, and we're going to go into the body phase of the candle and expect a huge expansion. And that's about it, really.
Thank you, buddy. A great presentation of every market I'm interested in, and pretty contrarian in a few. You know, a lot of people have been trying to get long gold and Aussie for a while, and so, you know, people are still, you know, a little bit confused about Euro, especially since that false breakout we had last week, but some real nice macro views. I really appreciate you sharing your work with us, Saeed.
You're welcome. I think a lot of people get confused, especially when it's in a range, they forget the bigger picture of what's happening. I think the key point for the Euro was this, where on this monthly chart, yes, when we got above here, this was massive buying was happening here. So if I draw that across, this down will let to move up, support.
Yeah, so 121 is a bull line in the sand, isn't it?
It's a macro picture, but no one's going to use a 500,000 pip stop. But it just gives you a better idea where are we in the bigger picture of things, and nothing. The bullish scenario hasn't changed. All we are is just in a range. So everybody's calling a top here, calling a hardcore bearish, but not really. As long as we're within this range, the bigger picture hasn't changed. A clean break below this would change it, but till then, it's stick to the high time and just time it correctly.
Okay, buddy. So what's the best way for people to follow you besides your Twitter handle at Trader1SC? Anywhere else?
I've got a website, traderz.com, and it's mainly Twitter. So if anyone wants to contact me, it's just mainly my Twitter, really.
Okay, and you also have a great YouTube channel, right?
And my YouTube channel, yes. I've got loads of content on my YouTube channel.
All right, well, I hope you have a great spring trading season, Saeed. And I do appreciate you coming here and crystallizing some things and confirming some things that we've been talking about and I'm looking at. So thank you again, my trading warrior brother. Appreciate it and wish you nothing but success. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right, Saeed. Saeed Zaman, follow him at Trader1SC and at his website. The guy is excellent, knows how to use a telescope and a microscope. See everyone for Turnaround Tuesday. Good hunting the rest of the day. See you in the private chat. And remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. We'll see you all tomorrow for Turnaround Tuesday. Adios. Thanks again, Saeed.